Hey there everybody, Mazrock here, and today I want to go through the 6 things that when perusing through this book for the first time, I absolutely fell in love with and can't wait to either see or use at the table. Let's go. Going forward, this is not a review of Tasha's. I will be doing that at a later time. These are just 6 things that I absolutely loved about it going through. Number 1 is the feats, and 4 of them in particular. The Poisoner, the Piercer, Bludgeoner, and Slasher feats, really. The Poisoner feat I felt was very long overdue put in the game when I saw the Unearthed Arcana for it. I thought it was really, really good, and I really like how it came out in its final form. And then as for the 4 damage specific feats, let's call it, this can be a really, really big boon to martial classes that personally to me, I feel a lot of their feats are very generic and don't hone into certain fantasies as much. And with these ones, I find they do. So if you like to be the one that uses a sword, an axe, a maul, or whatever weapon you choose, there is a feat for you in particular that you can really hone in on and have a lot more fun with. And I think that is, they're just really well done. And I think it adds a lot more variety to the very specific feats that pretty much all martial classes just took before just because. So now I think it really adds a little bit more depth and more fantasy to these martial style characters. Number 2, the work done to the magical items. I found that, this I think is going to go under the radar a lot. But I think people are going to pick out magic items that they absolutely loved about this book and kind of ignore the rest, depending on what classes they like to play or are currently playing. But one of the things I feel is going to go under the radar is how specific these magic items can be and how much more flavorful they can be as class-specific magic items. The extra spell books for the wizards, the druids and the rangers getting their own little niche things, warlocks getting more little niche things for them. The amount of work and playtesting that had to go into those magic items to not only make them viable, but to make specific classes really want them. I have a feeling that now that this book is coming out, I'm going to have some players being like, at some point, I can't wait. I have to correct myself. I already have had players do this, but I'm going to get more. Hey man, I really like this magic item. Can we somehow include it into the future, into the game, so I could have it? I've already had a player yesterday say they want a specific magic item. I've read through it. I love it. Might be a dick and say no. It might be nice and give it to them. I don't know. I have ideas. But I feel like that is something that's going to go under the radar when you look at the size of this book, but I think the content of the magic items alone, the work done there is far surpasses what the number of pages would tell you is in this book. I'm a really, really big fan of basically every magic item in there. I think only 1 or 2 I was like, most of them I was like, ooh, I like that, I like that, I like that. So really just the work done to the magic items I think is absolutely incredible. Number 3, the sidekicks. This is something that I do utilize in my games, and this is a little particularly niche for DMs, but it's going to be one that I think is pretty big at the end of it. If you like to create a lot of NPCs and your players fall in love with those NPCs and want them to come along, you now have a very quick and easy system to build out that sidekick character for them without having to pause the game to build up a full character sheet or anything else. It's literally just there. Okay, well, you guys are level 5. Let's say they're, a cleric healer at level 4. Boom, done. It's easy. It takes minutes, and I find that it's a big DM help. I think it's really, really well done, and just as a general feature, I think it's fantastic to have. The work done on the sidekicks is 2 big thumbs up for me. I'm a really, really big fan. Number 4, this one's a little bit more broad, but I really, really like the variant class options for basically all the classes, really. I love what they did. I love how players can now change the flavor of their class without anything being broken, but without feeling like they need to multi-class to accomplish their narrative goals. If you want to be a ranger that is more nature-based, you can now take the druid fighting style where you gain 2 cantrips, so you can actually dish out a little bit more magic, or not be entirely reliant on your bow for damage. There's different options for you there, or, the bard ones are fantastic as well. Really, all of them. I can go on and on about them, but the variant class options are one thing that I am really, really, really happy didn't just stay Unearthed Arcana and is now an official option. Now, again, this is an optional feature. You as a DM do not have to approve this in any of your games. But I feel like you're really, really missing out if you don't allow your players to take advantage of this. I think they're all really good, and they can be really, really fun. Number 5. Now, this one is much more specific. The meta magic for sorcerer that allows you to alter elements of spells using sorcery points. The moment I saw this as an Unearthed Arcana, I fell in love with it. It made me want to play a sorcerer. Seeing how it is now in Tasha's, I really want to play a sorcerer now. I have a few narrative ideas as to why this is, and I really like. So in World of Warcraft, I've liked playing shamans. I like the folklore of shamans now in our current world, and I think sorcerer could be a really fun way to get that flavor of shamanism into a narrative side while not feeling like you have to multi-class a bunch to get there or pigeonhole yourself into certain builds. And I think this could be a lot of fun and a really good way to do it. So I think my next Adventure League game where I'm not DMing, we'll see whenever that happens, I'm going to have a level 1 sorcerer built with planning on taking that meta magic as kind of a shaman thing going on. Really, really happy with that one. And now number 6. This one, the moment I saw these 2 words together, I fell in love. Mimic colonies. The story and the narrative ideas that I have just for those 2 words together, in the 6 hours ago since I've read it, are through the roof. I have campaign ideas, town ideas, enemy ideas, dungeon ideas. I have so many things rattling around in my brain just from reading those 2 words, and then I read the rest of it, and I fell in love. So that's in like the magical phenomena category. So there is a DM side to this book at the end of it. It also does cover session zeros and a lot of stuff. Really, it's pretty informative. But those 2 words, the moment I heard them together, I fell in love. So those are the 6 things that reading through, I absolutely fell in love, and I absolutely, like, while perusing, I had to stop and be like, nope, I'm reading this right now, instead of just kind of doing a quick skim through like I normally do, and then I'll read it more page by page and then go from there. Those are the things I absolutely had to stop and read, see how they function, see how they go through, and just kind of appreciate the work that was done to it. I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Now, next week is the release of Shadowlands. I will be streaming more often and off schedule. I will be keeping to my schedule, but I will be streaming more not on schedule. So come on by, check it out, give me a follow there. Shadowlands is being released, and I'm very, very excited to be leveling up my Warlock and getting it raid ready as fast as possible for the 8th. That's going to be a lot of fun. Come on by, say hi. Sundays, if you guys like live D&D, we are running the Rime of the Frostbane campaign. We are currently going on to session 6, I think, if my sick, rattled brain does not, is getting that right now. Come on by, say hi. I give away a dice bag on stream. I have a bunch made, and I will send that to you guys for free. So as long as things are going good on there, I will keep making them and give you guys an option on the stream on which ones you would like to try and win. Aside from that, my Patreon has a lot of DM goodies on there. Check that below. And if you'd like to buy any of those dice bags or perhaps some like Halloween mask, I'm adding some Christmas options there too. Check out the Etsy shop down below. Aside from that, I hope your next session is a fantastic one, and we will be going deeper into Tasha's in the next coming weeks.